You mentioned just before the pod here, I shared that I was a dropout as well. And you're like, we have something in common. So like, tell me about that. Because I always say when I dropped out, the only options were potentially Walmart cashier, but you still needed a high school diploma for that, or drug dealer. Those were like the two things. And that was it. Like, oh, you're going to be one of those two. Now, like when people drop out, it's like, oh, what are you going to do? Is it cool? Do you have an idea?
Yeah.
You know, what was it like when you decided to take that path, and what was like kind of the main motivators?
Well, I think a big difference between back then and today, like I graduated high school in 2001, but for me, I went to college because that's what you're supposed to do after high school. I had no idea what I was going to go for. I had no idea what direction. I was just, that's what you're supposed to do next.
Right.
And of course, they give you the student loans, they give you this, that. So it's like, well, I can get a student loan and go to college, or I can find a job. What's the cooler option at the time? You know, I learned some things in college, but it really wasn't for me. I mean, I was a solid C student most of my life, not because I couldn't do the work. I was just bored. Like I really just, I didn't like it.
Was there like a moment where you're like, yeah, I'm out of here?
Yeah, a couple times actually.
I'm always curious what the last straw is, because for me, it was like learning that my teacher actually was never a practitioner in what he was teaching us. And to me, I was like, that's a scam. And then I left.
I don't think there's any moments like that for me. I would start a semester and be like, well, I got something better I can do. I have, you know, just something more interesting. What I did during those years is I really focused. I was just really thirsting for information and knowledge and success. I read all the self-help books, you know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Law of Success in 16 Lessons, you know, you name it, I read it. And I was studying harder outside of school than in school, because I wanted to just find truth, find knowledge, find, you know, how do these people become successful and happy? I think a big part of it is I'd find people that I'd say admire, whether they're successful or happy or something in business, and I'd read their biographies or autobiographies. And I think those things were probably the best influences I had during those years, because you got almost a first-hand experience of what those people went through.